Evening all, how we doing? Get myself sorted. How we all doing this fine, whatever day it is? Seriously, I actually have no idea what day it is. Tuesday, okay, fair enough. So, dive back into Fallout. I have absolutely no plan whatsoever today, so we'll have to see what's happening and what we're going to do. I can actually hear the tunes this time. It's a bit weird like that sometimes. Can't make its mind up whether or not it wants to actually let me hear them, so... Either way, this is what it is. I thought for a second the game was actually overlaid on the camera then, that was a bit weird. It is not, it's all normal. So, apparently we've got some new Atomic Shop stuff that we'll be leaving, apparently, afterwards. I don't think there's anything here I actually want. Probably stuff that's not all that popular, if I had to guess. I wonder what they'll be replacing it with, though. That kind of sucks as that's going. That's actually one of the vaguely more interesting outfits. Vampire costume. Yeah, not bothered about that. I don't really like that at all. So. Rocket seat's going. Crikey. Kind of surprised by that one, I have to admit. Pixie tube clock. Oh, it's free. Well, don't give me free stuff, but those, I'm always down for that. $70% off the pyjamas if you want to run around in those for 180 atoms. Twice what I've got at the moment, apparently. Hopefully that means there'll be some cool new stuff coming soon. Evening, how are we doing? Little shot on Fort Defiance there. Which looks like it's further into the mountains than it actually is on the map. I have mixed feelings about that. So, I think we'll get geared. We'll see what the situation is on the gear front, and then make a decision, I guess. I think I should be reasonably well kitted out. Keep an eye out for things with steel in them. I'm eating through my bullets at the moment. Here we go. Just as soon as it wants to actually give me, like... There we go. The game. That's the flying part. Awesomeness. The hell? Hello? Backwards monster? Gone. Stuck. Ooh. Thought it was going to be having a bad time then. So. Yoink. Yoink. Grab some of that food and drink. Probably haven't got anything like enough water for this, but we'll see. Nope, not really, no. I think I have a handy water pump. Bit on the slow side, but it works. So I'm thinking, assuming I can get kitted for it, maybe heading off and continuing with the Brotherhood of Steel quests. I've got that to do, and I haven't been and investigated the Enclave yet, and I'm not sure whether or not that just naturally follows on from the Brotherhood of Steel stuff or not, but kind of hoping it does. If we've got an even or an odd number this time. An odd number, of course we do. How about now? It's moving on its own. A little bit out of sync there. Still an odd number. Now I'm flying, apparently. Get there eventually. I'll need a couple more, apparently. Shouldn't make any difference what any other player does to a vendor. Only clear out if you've cleaned them out yourself. It takes 24 hours for them to replenish the supply of caps, so real world hours. So, once you've cleaned them out, if you come back within that time, they'll still be cleaned out, but what other players do shouldn't make any difference. I haven't kept count this time. Can never quite tell where I'm going to be facing. Okay, so let's get rid of those rods. See how we're doing. Need some food and drink. Nice, okay. Now my situation. Average. Not as good as I'd like, but probably as good as it's going to get. Okay. So, I very much doubt I'll be able to make any more here, but no, I didn't think so. I have to keep my eyes open for more steel. Right, so let's get rid of any junk I can drop. Maybe do a bit of selling, because I need to head over Watoga direction, so... want to keep that, get rid of that. Alright, something else as well, huh? No legendary armor to get rid of, okay, that's fine. Nearly killed them, it just disappeared. Yeah, I've noticed them doing that sometimes, especially if you move far enough away from where they actually spawn. It's not ideal, really. Store that. I think we should be about ready to go then. I don't think I've got anything over here I want to sell particularly. Okay. To be fair, I've seen a few games recently where disappearing enemies are a bit of an issue. Sometimes when missions ends and stuff like that, but... Evening. But, yeah, I think if you get too far away from the point they're supposed to spawn, then the mechanic in place to stop them pursuing you the entire distance across the map can occasionally be a little overzealous. That's what I want to do, I think. How is my weight looking? Yep, definitely shed a few pounds. Okay, so this is where we need... This isn't where we need to be at all, actually. It just keeps resetting me back a couple of steps for some weird reason, this quest. But we'll deal with it. Ooh, that reminds me, actually. I need to double check my perks before I head out. Yep, that'll come off. And I think other than that, we're probably good. Evening, Clayton. Cool. No, don't have any massively specific goals other than just play through it, have fun, build new things, you know, the usual. I've still got a fair bit of the main story to do, I think. About halfway through the Brotherhood of Steel quest line at the moment. Which is what we're going to tackle in a moment, I think. Do for a starting place anyway. And we'll see what happens after that. I'd like to get through the main story before the new content drops, really. So I can have it all sort of, you know, done and ready to go. But we'll see how that actually pans out. Why not?
Now,
Rid of some rubbish. Starting to work towards buying a few more bits and pieces as well, which is cool. Gonna rack up a bit of cash so I can afford. I think ideally I'd like to get the plans for a Gauss rifle. So definitely like to get on that. Instigating cryolator, yeah. Whole load of useless instigating stuff I picked up.
How can I assist you today?
Yeah. I'll scrap that. Can do while I'm here. I thought his cap supply would have gone down a bit more than that. Always £50 is worth 2.
Now displaying current stock.
£50 worth 1. of the things I'm thinking about for my next build is that I want to set something up that will be reasonably effective at making me money. So what I'll probably do from the look of this is set up a... go old school Fallout 4 on it and set up a water purifier farm type of arrangement, and then hopefully
How can I assist you today?
rake in a bit of cash that way. And hopefully make it a cool build while we're at it. Obviously. I think that's most everything I want to sell. Got anything interesting on here?
Ready to exchange items.
That's kind of amusing, but no. Boom gun. This is something I don't get. Metal building set, 2,500 caps. All the way back up here. Barn building set, 375. So it makes me think it's probably still bugged.
Current stock.
He hasn't got the Gauss rifle plans. I think those are over on Vanderbot Phoenix, to be honest. Everything I want to sell. Apparently it is.
To initiate.
Fair bit of food on me, which will weigh me down a bit. Ah. Does that mean you have to start all over again if you've got the... Somebody's brave. If you've got the code wrong. That would be extremely frustrating if you did. I'm a little concerned about how long it might take to get myself kitted out to do that, especially if I'm soloing it. But we shall see. Got a few ideas in mind. I just jumped straight into the... Yeah, I have, haven't I? On the other hand, I'm down with that. You just stay put there, friend. Alright, have one up the backside then. Okay, now this is likely to get a little bit hairier. Where's the other one? There's definitely several more hanging around here. Bothered by a load of ferals over there from the look of it. You can stay out of it. Oh dear. Little suboptimal. Oh, there's two legendaries here. Okay, hopefully we can take this one out a little bit more easily. Well, I could do if I could actually shoot the guy. Got him. Woo! What do you mean complete an event while I'm intoxicated? I'm not intoxicated. I don't think so, anyway. That's maybe that blackberry juice counts as booze. Oh, you better be kidding me. I'm a little concerned that the legendary's just disappeared, in which case I'd be very, very peeved. But let's pole hook, that's not much use to anybody, but... There was another one down here, wasn't there? Oh, come on. Why would I have an event to defend something I don't actually possess? Because it's all the way up here. Oh dear. Game's having a little bit of a moment, apparently. That's kind of frustrating, though. Two legendaries and one of them's disappeared on me. A flying start. Oh well. Wasn't really part of the plan, it was just unexpected bonus, so. Evening, Stella, how are you doing? Oh, having to restart the whole thing will be a drag. I mean, you lost the nuclear keycard as well. That would really suck. Thought I might be in luck for a second then. Oh well. So, this quest I've got to do apparently is reset this all the way back here. Not going to bother listening to the broadcast for like the third time, so. Nice, it's a productive day. Yeah, I know where I need to be. Crossing the bridge, I think, rather than trying to jump the ditch. Nice. This guy is less friendly, isn't he? Well, just in case. Gotcha. There's another Colonel Gutsy back there. Where did you go? Damn it. Oh dear. Actually hurts me quite badly. Doesn't make a right lot of sense to me, but alright. Did get him there, or did I miss? I missed that time. Time that time. Crikey, how does he do so much damage to me in one light hit? He's shooting me with a railgun? This is getting ridiculous. On the other hand, racking up some atoms, so... Get out of here, you sod. Couldn't have assisted in any way, could you? Oh, for God's sake, there's another one. How many? And a little bit better this time. Can get him then. Now I'm getting tag teamed. Alright, you Gussie. Damn it, I missed. He moved rather and I missed. This guy's not quite so hardcore. Quite hardcore enough though, apparently. Yeah, and him. Whew. Bit of scrap off him at least. Evening, Skyrim Lord, you alright? Look at that lid. Another unhelpful bot. My gun's close to breaking, that's even worse. Should be able to do something about that soon enough though. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe not. What you thinking about it? That could actually be a problem. No sneeze. You need the laser rifle, actually. Right button. Don't need any of this stuff, I don't think. Sure about the helmet, actually. I've got one body part. I don't know if it's the helmet or the torso, but one of them is not quite as high a level as the rest on my T60, so... This is not my T60, obviously. I'm going to take it just in case. I'll try it while it turns out to be a leg. Yeah, not so bad. Doing good. That's what I need. Thank you.
Grant here, are you okay? Scorched. Freaking everywhere. Next coord's acquired. Alpha Zulu 13, confirm. AZ-13,
Scorched where?
okay. It's crazy over here, Grant. Scorched everywhere.
Fall back. Slow and steady. Into the killing ground.
Alpha Zulu 13. If we don't make it, that may be the end zone.
Can't find out. Quite probably, yeah. And like I said at the time, I get why they tend to put things the way they do, but it's not a good thing, really. So many people won't read the way right through an article, just go, oh, it's got a dodgy headline, I won't bother. And then ultimately it does the game no good, doesn't do them any good really. And right on this way apparently. Yeah, drags the whole thing down really. Ooh. Yes, please. So this may or may not be a very poor choice, but we'll soon see. Yeah, I gathered. I noticed a bit of video up, like, almost immediately after, well, before my stream even ended, so... that's what I want. Guessing over here, but... I haven't watched it yet, but I will need to do that for too long. Change gun, please. Stop dodging my bullets. Name's not Boris. Thank you. little anticlimactic on the whole, but anyway. Okay, I'm going the right way. Get out of it. Get out of it again. I hate that you stop running when you change your... Stop sprinting when you change your... Gotcha. Gone over. Whew. Where's your exploded head friend go? There he is. Maybe I'll make some money out of this anyway. Armor, Brotherhood of Steel logos. Survey Camp Alpha, huh? A lot of power armor. Nothing worthwhile, unfortunately. That's quite cool. A couple of bullet casings rolling around. Somebody had a bad day. Might have very damaged T-45. Whatever I need is clearly nice close by. Ah, there it is. Use for bits and pieces. Oh hell no, not level 65 one. This level 50 wasn't enough trouble. And there's Scorched here as well. And these answer me, wonderful. Well, this is where the fun begins. Well, didn't go quite the way I was hoping for. How the hell did that happen? You hit me with a bazooka? It's... Oh crap. Oh, I'm really in trouble. Oh, there's a bloody Milo King with him as well. It's all going horribly not my way. Oh dear God, this is really going badly. The guy seems determined to stay on the ground though, so... Well, changed his mind. Spoke too soon, I guess. Got him. I think. Somebody's shooting at me. Somebody's shooting guns anyway. A bit of scorched. This is really very not good. Not legendary gulpers to add to the equation too. Get out of that goddamn scope. Missed that shot. Really? How the hell are these guys so tough? I have no idea where I'm going to end up at this rate. Naff off, you. Oh god, and he's just got more powerful. Has he? Yeah, I think he has, actually. This is a little suboptimal. I think I'm going to have to beat a hasty retreat here. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew. I haven't got anything like it. Get out of it! Run, please, you hunk of junk. Run! Thank you. Jesus, how does he get... Oh, good God, and he's now back to full health again somehow. And there's another one. Oh dear. This is not going very well at all. But he's got distracted, so that's the main thing. I think I might need a new plan, because that's really not going to work, is it? Now what? Oh great, we've got a Mile Queen over there as well now. It's got Scorch Beast fighting a Mile Queen, legendary gulpers. That situation went to hell in a handcart, didn't it? These kids not give up. The stomachs are actually weaker, aren't they? The hell, man? I please heal, thank you. Now you run away. Just not going well. At least I've got some teamwork on my side this time. A little bit of assistance. And all I've got left is a pistol. And a prayer. No, don't come after me. Come after the robot. I know I look sort of similar right now, but leave me alone. Now he's going to run off and regen, isn't he? Yep. I can't follow him, not with this situation I'm in. Got a Milo Queen over there who may or may not have beaten a Scorch Beast. And he's probably going to lose to that Gulper from the look of it. Oh, this sucks so badly. Could be some dead robots over here. They might have something useful on. Or they might not. Yeah, I didn't shoot any of them, that'll be why. Right. Back to camp and a new plan, I think. As much as I love this gun, I need more bullets and I need them badly. I need to repair my other gun as well, my hunting rifle. Well. Yeah, I like that they're focused on the T-51 this time. So, although T-60 was around, it was brand new at the time the bombs fell, so... kind of makes sense that the T-51 will be more available. Because it doesn't make any sense at all that there's XO1 knocking around, but... it is what it is. Modify and repair. R21. Hard enough steel. Wonderful. Well, I haven't got any steel to make bullets with either right now, so that's a predicament. What am I going to do about this predicament? That's the question. Whew. Do that. If there's anywhere particularly interesting worth going and exploring that I haven't done yet, that's not going to be... yeah. I assume there'll be something in there to explain it. Guessing that's somebody's camp over here. I don't want something to go do that's not going to be horrific. It would be cool to explore. That'll be good to have, but... Dinner's just come running right up onto the porch. I can hear it, but I can't see it. That's because he's there. She, in fact. Where there's one, there's always more. There we go. Mole rats this time. Leave my plants alone. Rugrats are fairly annoying, to be fair, though. Not as annoying as cave crickets, though. Those things are just nasty. You know what? I haven't really explored any of these. And there's a relay tower here, so we can do that while we're here. Imagine watching on a phone, if that's what you're doing, would probably not make things any easier. Okay, so next I want to go and check out my T60. Since I don't actually come in this place very often, jumping up my own rug then. Ooh. Hey, what's that open? Somebody's had a cheeky look around. I wouldn't leave that open. I don't leave people's doors open when I have a cheeky look around their camps. Okay. So the helmet's only level 40. This weird doubling up thing, that it'll cure itself in a bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Quite what I had in mind, but I can live with it. Yep, that's where I am. Got spruce knobs here. Fort Defiance. Spiky thing over here. Just pretty much due north of Vault 96. Spruce knob channels is very close by. Literally just over the hill behind me. But if you want to have a look in a bit more detail, there is a video available. Stick exclamation point build into chat and you'll get a link. Speaking of videos, as we were discussing before, my full review of Anthem is up on the channel as well now. That went up this afternoon. Quite the beast to edit. But it's fun. Quite happy with how it turned out. How have I got that on me? I don't know. Oh, apparently I managed to pick up another random Tesla rifle. I have a spare. Not sure how or where, but whatever. Yeah, they are a bit much. Okay. So I wanted to scrap some stuff, didn't I? Let's do it on the armor bench this time for a bit of variety. Ah, nice. Okay. So, we're going to push on and explore something a little different that I haven't had a look at. And hopefully it won't get me brutally murdered. Meanwhile, I'll hopefully be able to pick up a few bits of junk and scrap and stuff and try and rebuild this horrific situation I'm in. Maybe later on we'll have a look at... You know, I'll take a break. When I come back, I'll have a look at getting the abandoned munitions factory, I think it's called, up on the north of the map. See if we can get that pumping out some 5.56 for me. Preferably in vast quantities. So. A weird noise for a super mutant. There you go. This should be much more low level around here, so it won't be really very good for my XP, but... Where actually am I? Okay. Find the jukeboxes to bring the music back to some of them. Well, I wish I could, but... pretty sure that's going to be bad for my copyright. Not bad for the VOD in terms of copyright. I don't think I should be doing that. Gonna take a shufty though. Yeah. Kind of a pleasant relief after chaos for just before coming in here and being able to one-tap guys.
Must have been nothing.
Very well educated sounding super mutant.
Need to fight. Need to smash.
Very well educated sounding. Also doesn't sound like he's in here. Rain sounds quite cool. Where are you, my well-spoken green-skinned friend? There, apparently. He needs headshots. Yeah, kind of going the wrong way around at this point, but not really explored Somerville before. But that doesn't itch anymore. Come out wherever you are. Nice. There's some loot boxes. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. That was kind of an anticlimactic end to it all.
You apart.
Still they come. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will. It's happened before anyway. You think you'd be okay, but kind of depends what they end up playing. Oh, you're up there, eh? That's different. No, he's literally flying. Oh dear. The rest of this guy's corpse is somewhere over here because it made a funny noise in this direction when I came out of the menu. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So Buckethead would show up. I'd rip his legs clean off.
Now he's on the floor. Now I've come up here where I could reach him. There's one. Get him. Damn it. Did I get him? I did. Yep. Toasted super mutant. How do you know it's a human? You haven't seen me. Sounds like whatever he ate is something I don't want a piece of. No, I could have sworn I had enough ultrasight for that. Maybe not. Yeah, that's right by Somersville Lake. Anything here? Nope. I think I can explore through here though. A lot of explosive barrels around this place. Which is fine, but a little alarming. I decided to go out with a bang. In more ways than one. More foot. 44. Is that flapping cloth or flapping scorch beast wings? Cloth, I think. Guessing that was the shotgun that totally didn't get me. Managed to get the wall all the way over here. So do I.
It was nothing.
Decent set of armor benches around here. Oh, workbenches in general, rather. Gonna get off this roof before somebody decides to shoot those things. Body parts end up scattered all over Somersville. Could be entertaining, but it's not really what I had in mind. The hell, man? I'm gonna play on this thing. Climbing frame. Plenty of food around here. Didn't actually want the cram, but speaking of food, I'll explain why. It's a cafe. Two out of the three jukeboxes found anyway. Still not planning on doing it, but yeah, oh well. Oh! Whew. Okay. Cornering wild animals there. Did I get his head? No, I just shot him in the chest and he just fountained blood everywhere. That's fine. That's how. I was wondering how he spotted me. Eh? House. Or grenade. Okay. I think that's most of Somersville. It's the tent and the flags, is it, that's making the flapping noise? Apparently the pencils aren't real. But I had to join up with the army in order to get into the Brotherhood of Steel. Shouldn't my handprint and stuff now be registered with them? Right, that doesn't work either. Very strange. And we're back here. Okay. So, we'll push on back to the north now. I've explored all of Somersville. And the one dead meaty somewhere over here that I can't really be fast to chase up. Ooh, excuse me. Yawning tonight. By the way, folks, if you haven't already, there is a poll running over on the community tab of the YouTube channel for the next sort of secondary B game that we're going to play on stream, in addition to Fallout. Last time I checked, Dragon Age Origins was in the lead. If you hadn't already voiced your opinion, and you can type !poll into the chat and get a link over there. Go and join in. I'm thinking more rats. Well, I'm not sure if I've been here or if I've seen somebody else here. That'll do for me. Whew. Not what I had in mind. It's more like what I had in mind. More rats on the go. I mean, I totally meant to do that. It was in no way a lucky shot. Guess the surgery didn't end well. I think I see why the surgery didn't end well. Holy crap, this place is getting creepier by the minute. Maybe. If it's not the next stream, it'll be the one afterwards. The reason I'll be wrapping it up later on tonight is if it is going to be Dragon Age, which, as I say, was in the lead earlier, then I will probably want to mod it a little bit. And I'll bring the graphics up to scratch a little bit more and see what else we can do. I'm not going to go crazy on it, but if I'm going to do that, it will take a little while, so... Depending on what happens, if I get that done in time for the next stream, which should hopefully be tomorrow night, then I will. If I can't, I'll play Fallout and then do it for the next one. I've played Dragon Age plenty of times, albeit not particularly recently. Origin's been the first one, unsurprisingly. It does look a little bit dated now. Gotcha, boys and girls. So it'd be nice to make it look a little bit more up to date. Ah, Liberators, huh? Obstinate ones that don't want to die. That's a tough one. Yeah, I've played 1 and 2 a few times. Inquisition I got when it came out. For some reason never got around to playing it. I don't think I had a PC that could run it at the time. Something to that effect anyway, but investigate the trailer, okay. Yeah, the upshot of it was I never actually got around to playing it. And then I was going to get the DLC for it. Ew. But when I looked at that, it was actually cheaper to get the full game with the DLC than just the DLC separately. So I got 2 copies of the game, so ultimately buying that copy of the game the first time around on it turned out to be a total waste of money, but there we go. Yeah, whole section is one of the cooler parts of the game. They may or may not have started making the new one. I've sort of dropped some hints about it, but what stage of development it's in, I have no idea. I don't really want to ride through all of this right now, to be honest. Environmental marketing program. I suspect.
Jeff, I really hope you got my message and my
I thought it might be daily.
help you find this holotape. I'm leaving the cabin. These Brotherhood of Steel guys haven't found out where I live yet, but they might. I'm going to hide out in the place where we had our first date. Come and meet me there when you can. I locked out my environmental monitoring program with a password, and I'd like you to have it. After everything the Brotherhood has put us through, there's no way in hell they're getting my research.
Interesting.
So, I hope you can find me soon. Until then, be safe, and I love you. I should have told you much sooner.
A little bit of a sad story going on here. Run away from that radio. We've got to learn something about her location. Calswort's Creamery. So if I want to explore this further, I need to go to Cowspot's Creamery then. Okay. Post-war. Darth had paid him a visit, found out what the project involving possible environmental impacts of the Scorch. Wanted we turn everything over. Maria stood her ground. If they find out where you live, they might come knocking. We should get away for a few days, find somewhere to hide out. Let me know if you do. I'll come out and meet you. It's been a long time since we see each other. I'm just say sorry if we've ambushed you while you were visiting Jeff. What? While you were visiting? It seemed like we were going up in order to get you to join us. Well, I won't lie, we were. Truth is, we could use someone with your background in environmental science pretty desperately right now. Being said, I respect your desire to remain independent, so that we're happy to continue our mutually beneficial collaboration on your environmental monitoring project, and I'll make sure we continue to provide the agreed upon supplies and any useful data we come across to help with your research. I think at some point I've played most of the major backgrounds in Origins. Which is, I miss the hell out of you right now. Never really noticed how big my bed was until you weren't in it anymore. Aw. I've been sending your thoughts too. I know we don't get much time together. Just want to make sure you don't forget about me. Dodged. Obviously, thanks for sending over the latest batch of environmental data. I finally got a green light to start on that inoculation project we talked about. I think it'd be a big help. Maria said you turned down our invitation. Sorry to hear that. We all respect your decision. Hell, I don't think I'd have the courage to live by myself in that cabin the way you do. Not after some of the monsters I've seen in the woods out there. Finally had the time to look over your sensor module. Design in detail looks solid, but I see some places where you could save power. I also think you should build in some redundancies, since those things will be out in the field and exposed to the elements. So, Well, just got my curiosity piqued. Where's Cowspot's Creamery? Over there. Fair trek. Go see what's what. Got a hunch I know where this is going, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah. This is getting a bit pressed onto my head here. So, there might be ferals around. Seems like a strong possibility. Any more for any more? Not on the map, anyway. You didn't do so well, then. Jeff, password for my environmental monitoring program terminal at Taggart. Water treatment is Babylon. Go and research with responders, make sure the brotherhood bastards don't get their hands on it. Okay. That was reasonably easy. Hope we get more 20 caps in terms of a reward for this. Especially as it's costing me to shoot backward and forward. That's even with the travel agent perk on. Knocks about a third off the cost of quick travel. Interesting. Pull me in on this side of the river. Wonder if there's anything down there to have a look at as well. I like that the place is a little bit fortified. That's quite cool. Could have saved myself all that money, couldn't I? Well, I think I'll clear it out and then I can have a proper look around without worrying about things like that. That's you. Gotcha. The dreaded radio from before. As long as I can get on the roof, that's the main thing. I won't have to hack that. Just kind of piqued my curiosity. I was wondering what was up here. A whole lot of very dirty water from the look of it. How do I just jump up here? I'm nimble than expected. And my situation is not looking too hot. Again. Oh, nice. If I want to craft a new one, I can do so. Yeah. Can't imagine very many people will want to recraft their Voltaic jumpsuit, but you never know. It's nice to know the options there. Okay, we should be good to go now. Don't know if I did with mine. I think I might have done so deliberately a very long time ago. When do I think the new Fallout game comes? The next Fallout game will probably be in about 10 years, would be my guess. I wouldn't expect to see another one for about that long, to be honest. I think Bethesda's current schedule is roughly about 2021 for Starfield, and then probably about 3 years after that for the next Elder Scrolls game, so 2024, so somewhere around 2027, 2028 maybe at the earliest for the next Fallout game, will be my educated guess. So, project overview. Determine whether or not there have been potentially harmful impacts to the environment in the region from exposure to scorched beasts or other scorched creatures, apart from the nukes. Place environmental sensors that will gather sample data from the soil, air, water in the region. This data will be stored on holotapes. When full, this holotapes will be retrieved and the data uploaded into the master environmental monitoring program. Creating a thorough and accurate environmental model will likely take several years. To handle the extensive computations, a custom computer program will be created that will automatically compile and compare the data. Establish portal device link. Boy detective scan. Yeah, link established. Notified when data is ready to be retrieved. Collection points will be displayed on your map when they're ready for collection. And I'd need to retrieve it and then date. So. All around the map, presumably, there's going to be a whole bundle of data collection points. They may just be around the forest region, actually. There's water, that was there. Yeah, it looks like it might be. There's the soil one. I'll bounce off and do those. Better get me decent caps. No worries. I've seen a lot of these terminals scattered around various areas. Well, they're not just in the forest, but... Hey. Daily quest is all good. Yeah. And yeah, we've got the new Starfield and new Elder Scrolls coming up in between now and then as well. That's whatever else may catch the eye. Adam's Lookout. And there's a few bits and pieces coming out this year that should be well worth a look. That should be fun. There'll be other stuff coming as well. So the next big thing I'm looking forward to is Rage 2. There's something else somewhere that I've forgotten that's in the back of my mind. That I'm looking forward to as well, but I don't think that's quite so close. Bogs and Scorched, huh? Goodies while I'm here. Really? Ooh. This is getting a little close there, I think. There's often a few useful bits and pieces of this location. There's often Scorched as well. I haven't already answered it, but I did have a look at them earlier. There's one free item in there as well, beyond the varsity jacket, which I think has probably now been removed. So, worth having a look for that. I'm guessing that they're taking the stuff that doesn't sell very well out to make room for stuff that does. So, I mean, they could leave everything in there. It encourages people to spend, I suppose. Which, you know, sucks if you want to earn atoms in-game and can't do it fast enough, but at the same time, if they're going to keep putting content out for the game for God knows how long, they need to make money, so... Even if only so that the devs can get paid. I'd imagine the new content will dry up round about the time that they start starving to death, so... Yeah, if stuff's just not selling, they're also implying it might come back as well. It's kind of what, kind of similar to what Warframe do. They have, ooh. I think that's the, yeah, because that's Charleston, so that's probably the, so, a hero, apparently, has got Charleston landfill. And has apparently managed to trigger that to appear in my version of the game, which is a bit weird. Some things you can get in games, some things you can't. Before I go down, let's have a look. So, hang on, that's a bit loud. You don't have to be deafened even if I do. So, Cream Jess I think is probably in-game, which is probably why it's so cheap in the first place. But I can't see many people buying it because, oh, look at it. A little surprised that hasn't see that go in. But 600 atoms for one hat. Not surprised it didn't sell. That would be my guess at why that's coming out. Camera jumpsuit, again, you can get more interesting versions. Yeah, exactly. You get more interesting versions of that available as well. I'm just guessing, again, they've probably sold a few for people who like the cute cat on the back, but that's probably about it. Those look like, well, it's a fisherman's outfit, but, you know, particularly ugly. Brotherhood of Steel stuff is in a similar style and way cooler, so why wouldn't you go for that? Guess is why that's probably going and not selling very well. A lot of this stuff is seasonal stuff that's out of date, so not surprised. That kind of makes sense. I'd have thought that'd be gone by now already, to be honest. Same thing, probably costs a lot. It does cost a lot, and I'm guessing people aren't buying that much of it. Red shirt and slacks, I think, is a variation on something that is in the game. Nice, but not particularly interesting. Kind of surprised again. I guess just mostly stuff that's not selling, I would imagine, from the look of it. I mean, they could do with putting a slightly better looking model in there. Another winter one. Festive seat. I think that's, well, that's obviously, you know, seasonal as well. 1400's a lot for it, so I can't imagine they shifted many. It's ugly as hell as well. That's in game and ugly as hell, so that's probably going for that reason. Again, can't imagine many people are buying sleeping bag skins, so that's probably why that's coming out. Vampire costume. I'd imagine we'll see that make another appearance around Halloween, if I had to guess. It's one of the cooler ones, though. I quite like it. Not enough to spend 800 atoms on it. Blue dress, same as the cream dress. Another seasonal one. This one's a little surprising. It's not that much camp stuff in here anyway, so I'm kind of surprised that that's coming out. I'm guessing people just aren't really buying it. Yeah. Excuse me. It is kind of ugly. I wouldn't buy it. I don't think you'll be getting the plans for the vampire outfit. I'm pretty sure they're not in game, so I suspect it'll just come out of the Atom store till Halloween and then come back in time for a seasonal event. Ranger jumpsuit, probably not selling well, especially at that price. The price down on some of these things will help. That one is the one that surprises me. It's expensive. Like 1200 atoms is a lot, but it is very, very iconic, so I'm surprised they're taking that out. I'd say just leave it at 30% off permanently and keep that in, personally, but some of them do. Some of them not so much. That's kind of amusing, but the novelty will wear off so fast, I could see why it probably wouldn't sell. Maybe. There we are. Next YouTube clock for free. Might as well grab that. Yeah, they're leaving. Yeah, we've got some stuff that's in game, so it's cleaned versions of it, which I don't think the in-game ones are, but that's about the only difference, and they're pretty ugly. Just guessing that's just not selling it because of the price of it, and some of it's seasonal stuff, so it keeps the Atomic Store a little bit tidier. It's not such a bad thing, really. Just quick travel from here, that'd be easier. But yeah, so that would be my guess. Yeah, okay. I've got a couple of bits and pieces so far. I'm probably going to... Well, I keep meaning to get some atoms, but then I do things like buy expensive cameras, and suddenly I'm like, maybe the atoms should wait. I end up just thinking, maybe this is not the best idea ever. So, you know, I'm not particularly offended by the idea of spending a little bit of cash on some atoms as well. Partly because, unless I'm recording a video, then I do all my playing on stream, so it kind of limits the amount of time I have to spend on it, which is what it is. Video editing time takes time, funnily enough. Okay, is it down there? Yeah, here it is. But, you know, I'm getting plenty of time and enjoyment out of the game. Supporting its continued improvement and development is not something I have a problem with doing. What I was getting at. There is that, yeah. Keeping those long-term players feeling like they're... like you see in a lot of games, people who pre-order get founders bonuses, stuff like that. Like items or tags or various things like that. More common in MMOs, really, that, but... all with a view to rewarding those who have been in the game since the beginning. Yeah, damn it, no! Where is it? You Bethesda? That comes up and I'm getting with a copyright thing. I'm going to be so utterly pissed off. That's been so long since I've ended up with any issues for it. It's been a good long while since I've actually had a claim on it. It's not the end of the world, but which means somebody acting on behalf of the copyright holder gets to decide in what way my video is monetized and then claims all the revenue for it. I don't object to in principle, apart from the fact that I can't choose not to have that in there. I'm just kidding, I love Bethesda, but Jesus, I wish they'd just give us that goddamn ability to prevent that from being an issue. Really? Quite cool. Okay. Finally, quite a few more bobby pins, though. Gotcha. Level 3 locked and there's nothing in it. I mean, the XP's all well and good, but... come on. everywhere. On. This is maddening. Yep. All of that for next to nothing in return. Maddening at all. Thought I already did this. Okay. Well, we already know Bethesda have a twisted sense of humour. So. All the way back down here. Of a couple of pennies. What do you mean I can't fast travel when enemies are nearby? There are no enemies nearby. I murdered the enemies. Where are you? Happy now? Thank you. No, Vault 76, not Vault 96. Speaking of vampire outfits. I think I'm gonna bounce. Aw. Making friends. Vanish into thin air. It was interesting to watch that. You literally just kind of evaporate. Funny, we should just be talking about that vampire outfit, and then there's somebody wearing it right there outside the vault, and I just happened to randomly pass by. So, sensor thingamajig, so presumably in trailer, I would guess. Come on, I wasn't born in a barn. The gates want to make me out to be born in a barn, though. There we go. Yeah, I forgot I had that. Processing. Adding new environmental data to tables, resuming computations, continue to provide additional data as it becomes available. Thank you for your assistance. Boom. See what we're going to get for this. First daily I've done in ages, actually. Impacts, crap ammo, dried deer skins recipe, and something else. Okay. Anything else? I picked up a few. Take a photo while naked and intoxicated. And craft mentats. Okay, not in a tearing rush to do either of those. Although I do need to take some photos. I want to investigate this. And then I want to head here. To the road then. Really? Imagine any serious danger of actually being hit by a level 1 scorch, but got a lead pipe. Pipe revolver, better than I was expecting. Rocking that decent low level gear. Another pipe revolver and a broken ski sword. Better gear than I thought they were going to be. Look at that. Wood scraps. I think the place I'm looking at is somewhere just over here, but easiest way is via the road, I think. There being a big crevice down here. Action shotgun, huh? Oh, there it is. One thing that is a little sad is things like the pump action shotgun becoming, relatively speaking, obsolete, because it's quite cool in the early game. It's a fun new weapon that wasn't in previous games as well, so... In fact, it's become, you know, relatively obsolete. It's kind of sad, really. Oh, cool.
Citizen. Hello, citizen.
I know, you stop repeating yourself now, buddy.
Hello, citizen. Protect and serve.
I think I have seen him before, but not recently, to be fair. Huh. Well, if you happen to want them.
Serve.
cuckoo clock. Or a Nuka-Cola clock. It's only 250. Bit of a setback on what I had planned to do, which was save money as much as possible, but I want a cuckoo clock, so I'm not gonna bother with a Nuka-Cola one. Cool. So if you want a cuckoo clock, there's one place you can find one, if you can find this vendor, who apparently is protected by level 1 iBots. He's probably more powerful. He's more powerful than all of those guys put together, I don't know why. Have we here then? I see ya. Gotcha. Is that where you got them then, Stella? I think you said you got them, hadn't you? Or did you find them somewhere? Dang, that was just mildly embarrassing. Yeah, I knew I'd missed that even before I fired the shot. Got him that time. I've never seen him at Charleston. Yeah. Sure, I've seen him somewhere else as well. Guess he does a fair bit of wandering around. Gotcha. Hang on a second. Just need to scribble something down. Ah! Fortunately, I have a pen and a post-it note right here. Okay. All shall be revealed in due time. I was just about to ask a really dumb question then. Like, why do you need more than one screwdriver? Well, duh. He says owning about half a dozen himself. Not more than that in this room. Just about do it. Absolutely categorically not to be confused with something that sounds somewhat similar. Are these the same video or just do 2 in a day? Because if you're planning to upload tomorrow and you haven't recorded it yet, that's probably going to be a busy day. There we go, that's what I want. Try a thing. So I already shot that guy. Oh, that's the second guy time I've shot that guy as he was flying through the air. Actually, rather poor effort to film quote if you can. Plenty on the to-do list then. Reminds me, I need to change my feats again in a moment. Perks. It's got the wrong game there, duh. Me recording too much Anthem last night. Well, editing it. I have not played Metro Exodus now. I got about halfway through, maybe 2/3 of the way through Metro 2066, the first one. Oh, the Redux, so the remaster of the first one. But I never got around to going back to it yet, so I would probably want to play through that and Last Light before I do that. I'm going to get muties here. Not been through before, so... I feel like the game is currently pressuring me into putting a skiing outfit on. I will not be bowing to peer pressure, however, or game pressure, or some such thing. I could have sworn I had more on me than that, but it's probably rotted away by now, so... Aha, awesome. You can get on the reef. Good to know if you ever get into trouble. Honestly, I was hoping to be a little more to this place. Fair enough. It is what it is. So who wants me to go and use that relay tower? For a daily? I suppose I could. Yeah, why not? Bounce back to my camp before long. I think there's much over this way that I really want to explore beyond this. Yeah, why not? I have to check I've got a... what do I call it? Holotape. Yeah, the orange one, the other one, the orange... Try that again, shall I? The orange one, I think it was a little more interesting. I think it's orange and black, but... still pretty awful. I have 3. So let's go then. Over that way somewhere. Apparently. I'm going to go around the south side of this lake and hopefully not get into a fight with this. Reminds me, actually, I need ammo. Hopefully not get into a fight with the Scorch Beast that I know is not too far away. Definitely seen another one. Top of the World's a good place to find them, in that area, but... Actually got some bullets now. Feel considerably more confident. I think when you get through the Raider quest line as well, that's when you pick up the clean skiing hat. Maybe not. It's always quite cool. Otherwise exactly the same, but not quite so grubby. Vault 96, not too far away. I think it's one of the vaults that's going to be opening in a couple of months. Quite cool. Looking forward to that. Assuming they don't lock it behind groups only. I don't think they will, but I hope not anyway. And we do have Scorched and... No, yeah, there's a vault. A fisher site is just up ahead, so well, over the other side of the lake. Is why I want to come around the south. Also, it's a lovely day for a walk in the woods. Speaking of. About the way to do it. See if we can make something out of that, maybe. Probably want to hang a hard left fairly soon. A lot of woods and not much else down this way. Probably quite a good place to set up camp if you want to be off the beaten track a bit. Somewhere down here or something. Maybe... Ooh. Hello, what have we here? An angry squiggle with no fur. Like you cinched your butt. I like this. I like this a lot. Not sure why the squirrels sound like birds, but... Alright, run away then, that's fine. Where am I? Okay. Need to make a note of that one. Sorted. Note made. Somewhere up that way. Hello. Well, area's getting more and more interesting by the second. I like up there a little bit more, but... Unless I am very much mistaken... And that looks like the boundary line for the south edge of the map. I should have to say I think it probably is. About the right location. Cannot progress further in this direction. Here there be monsters. And you can't shoot them. I like the idea of building on those rocks as well. I don't think you can get at them really without... We'll get around that way. This house thing, whatever it is over here. Seems we've ended up so close. See what we got. Okay, not what I was expecting so far. And like a raider camp of sorts. Johnson's okay. He look like he's reporting in. Right. Gotcha. I don't see anybody else. Also looks like quite a cool area to build. That sounds like a Wendigo. Which reason I'm staying on the roof. And the ferals out of there. Sounds like a snoring Wendigo. Can't see it. Now I could see it. Unfortunately, he sees me. I have frag grenades. Yes, I do. There goes nothing. Ooh, back up time. They ain't getting up here to get at me, so. Ha! For all the times you guys have given me hell. Well, I enjoyed that. Here's me thinking jumping onto the roof was not the prudent way to go. Yeah, sure. All things considered though, Wendigos aside, this place is reasonably cool. Not quick enough, buddy. Nearly, not quite. Always worth making a good investigation. That's a bit horrible. Good investigation of wood piles, because you can often get more out of them than you might expect. Especially if you need that stuff. Pity I won't be able to build it, because that place. But alright, but those have done it for me apparently. Perspective. Got the plans for the skiing outfit. Yeah, I think I know the one you mean. I assume you mean the orange and black one, because it's the only different version I know of. But why I picked up the missile launcher though? Seemed like a cool secret thing and really wasn't. This is a cool secret thing though. Oh, I know where I am. Oh, hello. That's not going to be particularly effective, is it? It's way more effective. Have you guys seen this before? If you haven't, it's kind of ridiculous and slightly hilarious. For example, go over here. Just catapult bodies off into the ether. Pretty sure they reset after a little while as well, so. Last one. Buddy. And from what I recall seeing, you come here with friends, you can get one of them to stand on there, preferably in power armor, unless they don't mind dying, and then just see how far you can catapult them into the distance as well. It was quite fun. I've heard of this place, but I've never actually seen it before. Well, not in person. Very cool. I'm guessing axe throwing, if there's no crossbows. Seems to be something of the in thing at the moment, axe throwing. Not that I have any objections to that. Oh, sniper rifle, nice. Be bothered to unlock that, to be honest. Terribly lazy of me, but you know. Onwards and upwards. Need some grub there, I think. Did you use the same one, or did you try and create your own? What's the phrase I was looking for? I've seen it done before, but I don't know. I can imagine why it wouldn't work so well if you were trying to create your own. The other side of it, of course, is that I'm pretty sure that one slingshots you actually out of the map, so... I'm guessing that's where that leads. Yeah, if you try and catapult yourself right outside the map, I can see why it would rubber band you back. Oh, that would look like hitting a brick wall anyway. Possible, yeah. It could be something to do with specifically to that server on that day as well. Server's struggling for some reason. Quite a nice area if you happen to. Nice secluded location for a camp. Maybe on the outcropping up there, something like that. Right up here. Yeah, not a bad little location, this. Just a bit of flat ground over there. Excuse me. Didn't sound good. Really? Because they're tougher when they're all sealed up like that. Huh, trap went off in there. That one's already been blown up by somebody. Didn't know better. I'd say somebody had been through here recently. There, I don't know better. Really? Wooden left leg just sounds like somebody's peg leg. Pirates hobbling around with only one leg. Okay, let's rock and roll. This emergency authorized users may utilize government supplier requisition holotapes to connect with automated NCRE systems. Load the holotape then. Never actually done this before. I've got like 30 of them and never actually done it. Yeah. Not exactly local, that. Not a million miles away, I suppose, but... You was pressing the wrong button even before I pressed it then. Gotta do it once every stream. Ooh. Have to add to my map. Anything else? No, but that's cool. Big Ben Tunnel. Lucky Hole Mine, which I may already have had actually. Bloody train yard. I'm guessing somebody seems to be spending a lot of time over there anyway. Okay. Hair on my face. I know. It's not what we're supposed to do with big rabbits. I might skirt around Fort Defiance. Can do anyway. Seeing as that nasty two scorched beast event turns up just over there, I'd rather not get caught into that right now. Well, that was unexpected. So, he's a large boy. Well, for such a big guy, I'm having a hard time seeing him. Oh, my heart. Nice. Could have gone smoother. Could have gone much worse. You're kidding me, right? It's right in the courtyard outside Fort Defiance, isn't it? And we're going to probably get horrifically jumped going for this. Yeah, just about to see the smokes now. Yep. Here it is. See what we get this time then. In the past, I've not had much luck with these. Have some of this, boys. Really? Resilient sods. Assuming at least one of these is ex-Brotherhood, given the size of the gun wielded here. Okay. Well, could have been worse. So, where were we? Lady Tyrant, Mentats. It's not the worst pump action I've ever seen, to be fair. It's for a snappy. Assuming that just means it's quite a fast fire rate, but to be fair, that thing's not quite as massive as it could be, but they do get ridiculous, those pump actions. But in short, not worth it on any level whatsoever. That's something they could probably do more with. Better rewards, harder to get, fewer holotapes knocking around, rarer to come by. certainly make the whole experience much more interesting. So after all, I didn't even end up all that close to this place. It's quite a pretty location, but for the fisher site on its northern shore. What? I may have clicked the wrong thing. Using my mind. There we go. Home sweet home. For the moment, anyway. So, oh, I've got that. Can't repair that. Anything else I want to get rid of? Not really right now. So, that should about be doing it then. So, as you probably just guessed, I think I'll wrap things up about there. Just catching up a little bit and all that. So, I think I'll chill for a bit and work on the next build. Sadly, I have to pull that one down. There we go. I think I'm going to work towards a money-making type build, hopefully with a reasonable amount of character to it as well, so that should be cool. However, we'll be streaming tomorrow night. We'll have to see whether or not that's going to be more Fallout or possibly whatever else comes out from the poll that we're running at the moment. So if you haven't already, do head over to the community tab. I will throw a link in here now for you. So if you want to vote on what we play as well as Fallout next, then link should be popping up any minute in chat. There we go. That was well timed. So you can head on over there and cast your vote, and we'll see where we go. If it's manageable tomorrow to stream it, and I've got everything set up, then whatever the winner is will probably get streamed tomorrow. If not, I'll stream a bit more Fallout. Other than that, yeah, keep an eye out for videos. If you haven't already, do hit the sub button and notification bell and such. It's by far and away the best way to keep up with what's going on. Speaking of keeping up with what's going on, you can find social media links down in the description as well. So if you want to come catch up with me over there, then please do. For now, thanks to everybody who stopped by this evening. It's very much appreciated. Do hope you enjoyed yourselves. Now, I'm going to chill out for a bit and crack on, and I'll say good night, have a good evening, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. No, folks.